Hi, welcome to the BoshNRoll channel. I'm your host, Brian Koval. Before we get started, make sure to hit those like and subscribe buttons. If you want to see me play your favorite deck or your spicy brew on the channel, I take donation deck lists. I'll do a deck tech, play a full Magic Online League, and help tune your list. If that sounds good, check out my contact info. It's in the video description below. Now let's go play some Magic. Welcome to another BoshNRoll video. Today, don't be fooled by the Jeweled Lotus. I am playing Legacy. So this is a donation request from Nabil, who messaged me to ask about this deck that there had been whispers about on Magic Reddit. And Nabil was in luck because I also happened to be having a conversation earlier that night with my dude Franklin, who's a local artifact jank combo brewer. If somebody's got their pulse on a deck like this, it's Franklin. So I happen to have a slightly updated list from the ones that were floating around, and Nabil said, go ahead, play whatever list you want. I just want to see the deck. And I am excited to play this deck. So here's the thing that's going on here. Jeweled Lotus. 0 mana. Sacrifice Jeweled Lotus. Add 3 mana of any one color. Spend this mana only to cast your commander. So when this card was previewed, I was like, oh no, another Lotus I'm going to have to buy. And then I read it and I was like, oh, you don't have a commander. There's no way to get a commander. Like, this card has no constructed applications outside of commander. Good, I don't have to worry about it. But somebody figured out that there is a use for it. And that use is doubling cube. So doubling cube is pay 3, tap, double the amount of each type of unspent mana you have. Type of mana, according to the rules of Magic, are the color or colorless mana. It doesn't care if that original, like if you sack Jeweled Lotus for 3 blue, doubling cube doesn't care that the original 3 blue can only be spent on a commander. It will double it into 3 regular blue mana. So you'll still end up with the commander mana in your pool. You really don't get to spend that, but you can copy that 3 mana into 3 regular blue, so you end up with 6 blue, 3 of which you can actually spend on stuff. And if you put that in a deck with Mystic Forge, that creates enough velocity with 0 mana artifacts that you can double it up enough so it actually starts to pay off. So we've got the Jeweled Lotus, the fixed Black Lotus. We've got Lion's Eye Diamond, another fixed Black Lotus. We've got Lotus Petal, 1/3 of a Black Lotus. Mox Opal, which is a backdoor Lotus Petal a lot of the times. Fixed Mox or Lotus Petal. And then a bunch of cheap artifacts. We have the 8 keys. There's 7 in the main deck, and then another one in the sideboard to wish for with Karn. 3 doubling cubes. Grim Monolith, Helm of Awakening. All of these cards make mana. Like, from starting with the Ancient Tomb until we get to the Helm Awakening, all of these cards make mana. And then cards that do things other than make mana are Mesmeric Orb. This is a one-of in the deck. This helps you go off with Mystic Forge. The combo here is that Voltaic Key can untap itself for 1 colorless. Like, you pay 1 colorless, tap Voltaic Key, untap it with his own ability. That mills you for 1. And with Mystic Forge, that clears the top cards of your deck to make sure you continue casting spells. You can mill your own Echo of Aeons into the graveyard so you can take another spin. Mesmeric Orb is a really spicy one-of here. And then Mystic Forge is, of course, the engine in the deck. And you may look at the top card of your library anytime. You can cast artifact and colorless spells from the top of your library, pay 1, exile the top card of your library. So this shreds through all these zeros, gets all this mana into play. And Karn the Great Creator is Franklin's innovation. The list that's been floating around on Reddit and stuff, it wins with Walking Ballista. It just plays 4 Walking Ballista in the main. And Franklin's on Karn instead. And I like that. I'm sure there's reasons for both. But there's Walking Ballista still on the sideboard to wish for with Karn. And then we got a Karn wish board. The strengths of this deck are it's incredibly redundant and it hits really hard. It goes off really fast. If you get through the counter wall, you get to go completely bananas. The weaknesses of the deck, Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. Ouch. Nullrod, literally dead. You cannot beat Nullrod with this deck. I guess the only way you can beat Nullrod is by having 2 Ancient Tombs and a City of Traders, sticking Karn, and wishing for Mycosynth Lattice. But then I guess you still lose because everything's an artifact and they have Null Rod. Yeah, so you can force a draw under Null Rod under ideal circumstances, but you literally can't beat Null Rod. There's no way to remove it in the sideboard. When I was tuning with this deck myself, I was going to put 2 Chain of Vapors in the sideboard, but then I realized that this deck only makes blue mana with artifacts. So if the Null Rod's in play, it's too late. So just ignoring it, going to try to win before turn 2 in matchups where that matters. And we might be able to overpower counterspells, like this density of 4 drops that win the game. Just slam them in. Echo Advance refills the hand. We're just going to try to overpower those decks. I don't know how this is going to go, but I'm excited to try it out. Let's get into these games. All right, I'm on the draw in round 1, and Franklin advised me basically keep hands that can echo, so I'm going to do that. This hand loses to Force of Will, but I think that's kind of what we signed up for. Finding something like Ancient Tomb would be great here. Like if I can Ancient Tomb this Grim Monolith into play, and then also cast Doubling Cube or Chromatic Sphere to get something on the board before I spew my whole hand to Echo, that would be great. But if I can't do that, we're going to lose. Franklin basically said this is a Yu-Gi-Oh deck, and I believe him. It looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. Jeweled Lotus looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card. Your opponent kept 6. Uh-oh, blue cards. Alright, so this is a deck that I can't live in fear against. I know the chat frequently accuses me of playing combo decks like a control player, and that's just not an option with this deck. They chose to shuffle. I'll ponder shuffle. If they have force blue card, it is what it is. Lion's Eye Diamond. Jeweled Lotus. Surprise. That can only be one thing. Are we dead? So most of the zeros I would crack in response to Echo because I want to redraw them, but Jeweled Lotus is not one of them, I think. Like, I don't think I need more of that card. It resolved. We're in business. Maybe. Alright, City of Traders. Alright, we built this city on Helm of Awakening. If they counter this, if they found a counter for this, they're going to be in pretty good shape. Well, I mean, I get to do stuff next turn, but I get to dump my whole hand. Days, huh? Alright, yeah, that's a legal card in the format. Alright, so I'll run out of Mox Opal. I have 2, I don't want to get, like, I don't know what would happen there, like, in case they have main deck Mindbreak Trap, I guess, but that's going to get me regardless. I don't think it mattered running out Mox Opal. Maybe I'm just not supposed to do it. That might disincentivize a Wasteland, though, if they know I have another mana source anyway. Not sure. But if they have Daze, then they definitely have Force of Will. Those are... Oh. Is this the Echo Mirror? This is weird. Is it Show and Tell? What are we playing against right now? In Echo, it doesn't usually have Daze in it. Is it Show and Tell? Grim Monolith is a banger. Alright, so... tap for 3. Star. Make blue. Manifold Key. Untap Monolith. Lotus Petal. I think tapping this is better. Let's get this Mesmeric Orb in. So this digs for the Echo. Can't daze this one. Alright, so Key is going to untap, and Key, City, and Opal will all untap. I can just float mana in their end step. So I get to mill 3 looking for Echoes. If they cast Show and Tell, I can put in Mox Opal and that'll teach them. So they shuffled off that Brainstorm. Their hand must have been pretty bad if they would Lotus Petal a Brainstorm. Like maybe their 7 just somehow didn't have a land in it. Or they correctly realized that finding counterspells is all that matters in the matchup. And they're willing to speed a Lotus Petal because speed doesn't matter. This is looking more and more like Show and Tell. So interesting thing with this Ponder, they kind of get a free shuffle off their Ponder, because if they keep one card they want on top and untap these 2 cards, Mesmeric Orb will mill the other 2. So they sort of a backdoor shuffle off their Ponder. And I hope this does anything. I mean, we're going to play 5 rounds, at least 10 games of Magic, so I assume we're going to get to double it at least once. They did not shuffle their Ponder, and then they played Lotus Petal. They've already used their land drop. So I float blue in the end step, and then go to my turn. Mill 3. Just looking for an Echo off this. Monolith. So 1-2 Grim Monolith. Untap Monolith. Build another Key. Alright. Pass the turn here, I guess. I think I can mill one more. Yeah, I can mill one more here. That didn't get me where I needed to go. Alright. Pass the turn. Mill 2. Lotus Ran and Daze. Those look like they were stacked there on purpose with Bonder. I don't think they needed either of those cards. Yeah, this Show and Tell is the only thing that's making sense in my brain for this, unless it's like some sort of blue-red Delver variant that jumps ahead with Lotus Petal. Just turn 1 Sprite Dragon. But I don't think that's a thing. Yeah, this is definitely Show and Tell. And we're definitely getting showed. So they have Grizzlebrand. So they're pretty likely to draw a counterspell across the 14 cards. Let's find an Echo. There's Karn. Karn is not Echo, though. I think I needed Karn last turn. Do they have the counter already, or would they have to do some work to get it? They 7 again and a whiff. Oh, they had Force of Will. That's so lucky. Right. Force of Will resolves, obviously. Get one more crack at an Echo here. Didn't find it. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4. Guess I got another crack at Echo. Still didn't find it. Okay. I don't think we're beating a Grizzlebrand. but gotta try. Can't even deck them with Mesmeric Orb because they have Emrakul in their deck. Yeah, after that draw 7, that draw 14, they should probably be able to get a sneak attack in right now. Sure. Right, they figured it out. Okay. That deck had a lot of counterspells in it. So Defense Grid is coming in. I actually think the main deck might be misbuilt and you just need every Mystic Forge in the deck. Like, wishing for it with Karn is nice, but I think you just need your 4-drop bangers to hit. Because like I said, like something like 44 of the cards in this deck are just mana. So you really need your hits to hit. Right, what's not as important? This is hard to figure out because every card is important. How do you even sideboard with a deck like this? I feel like the Jeweled Lotus is the card that should get boarded out, but I also feel like that's cheating because that's the point of the deck. Like, I could... Spheres and Stars are generally just sort of like moping around. Just, I don't want to board out the Jeweled Lotus every time because like this deck exists for a reason, and I don't want to just like board out the combo because I don't understand it or because I don't haven't seen it pop off yet, but I do just like think it's right at the same time. All right, this is what I'm gonna do. And you do need a critical mass of zeros. Like, I just replaced 2 zeros and a 1 with 3 2s and a 4. That's not free. Okay, I'm gonna do this though. Let's go for that turn 1 defense grid, turn 2 win the game. Epic Storm style. Or I could just turn 1 Karn and hope it's good enough. Right, so Grim Monolith, Lotus Petal, Karn. Force of Will is a beating, but it always is. But they have to have force. Like, this is in before days. It turns off their Lotus Petals if it resolves. Alright. And this hand isn't even just, like, dead without it. Like, I have a couple of redraws here. Hopefully we'll play some combo mirrors or, like, against some non-blue decks in the league. Of course, being scared of blue decks is a pretty bad slight against a deck choice in the Legacy metagame. Like, obviously, Force of Will is a card that gets played a little bit. So I think I'm gonna Ancient Tomb, play Star, pop Star, see what happens, play Sphere with the floating mana. I think that makes more sense than deploying both and passing the turn. Or turn 1 Karn. They did pop a Preordain for that, though. Oh, Sorcerer's Spyglass. Okay, so they named Karn with that, and then I literally can't win. Can I? I don't think I can win. Unless they just like name Walking Ballista thinking they're smart. Or name Grim Monolith, I don't know. Yeah, if they name Karn, I can't win. That would also be a problem with the Ballista build. Like, if they name Ballista, there's no win con. I'm not gonna bring in like the Ratchet Bomb against Show and Tell. I think they just got me if they name the right thing. Is there another win condition? Nope. Can't even mill them with Orb. I mean, they're in the tank on this Spyglass. Like, that was something that I considered in the main deck configuration too. Like, just being dead to Pithing Needle is lame, but that's not a super commonly played effect. And if my opponent is on the wrong level, they will just like name some random card in my hand. Like they might name Monolith so I can't untap it. But I'm talking about in the blind. Like this opponent obviously knows exactly what I'm up to. But like if they're on kind of the level where they know what I'm doing, they might name Ballista because the Karn is a juke around it. This deck might need one Ballista in the main, just so it's not ice cold Spyglass. Alright, they named Grim Monolith, so you're saying there's a chance. If they cast Show and Tell, I can put Mystic Forge into play. Ooh. I don't want to play that into Daze, so I'll play Chromatic Star. So if they Show and Tell, I get to put in Mystic Forge and I have a chance to overpower them, maybe. Might be a pipe dream, but also might be sweet. So play this for 1, pay 1 to untap. So if I find a mana source, I can play the Mystic Forge next turn. Not sure that I want to run it straight into Daze, but it is there. The option exists. They did not shuffle. They didn't have to. They had the... Oh shit. Alright, well, can't beat that either. Well, my opponent is just like a Show and Tell deck that's also a Prison deck. So I can't cast Echo, and I can't cast things with Mystic Forge. Yeah, players can't cast spells from graveyards or libraries. Yeah, now I actually can't win. I need to rip Karn. Yeah, oh, okay. I can still, like, find Karn, I guess. So I'll play these out. Yeah, that's bad. They have some good technology here. So I can play Mystic Forge next turn, and I can still exile the top card of my library, digging for Karn, and try to stick like an Ensnaring Bridge and then pivot it into a Mycosynth Lattice. Hateful. Yeah, so is Spyglass a card that's in Show and Tell, or is my opponent just like up to something? And not that I'm not complaining, I'm just curious. Like, is that a stock thing I should be aware of? Cool. Mystic Forge. They might just let it resolve even if they can counter it because the cage has it in check, but I would love if they force it. Alright, they did not force it. I am shocked. Untap that. Another one. Not a legend. Guess I might as well untap my Grim Monolith here. Oh, right. I can't do that. They named it with the thing. Alright. Karn or bust? There's 3 live draws left in my deck. They have 2 cards in their hand. If it's Show and Tell Grizzlebrand, that's plenty. But if it's not that, there's a chance. I am still playing the game. I'm still here. Lion's Eye Diamond combos very well with Karn, if I do find one. 3 mana, 2 cards. What's the play? Okay, so I'm gonna exile Ancient Tomb. Exile Defense Grid. Or do I want to... I'll draw Defense Grid. That's a pretty reasonable check on what they're up to. Running out of mana, though. Between the Ancient Tombs and the Mystic Forges, this is pretty expensive. Am I even going to be able to cast Karn if I draw it? No reason to Mystic Forge now. I can't play the cards anyway. Hopefully this defense grid has them a little scared. But alright, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Ugh. Do I want to draw Crystal Vein just so I can keep untapping my Monolith? Is that possibly right? Is there any world where that's correct? I think it might be. A Lotus Petal does the same thing. City of Traders, or not Lotus Petal, Chrome Mox does the same thing while keeping velocity moving forward. Oh, they've shown tell, it doesn't matter. Alright, and they found Grizzlebrand. Alright, so I think I'm dead. I guess I have to still... I exile this, I go to 4. I tap this to untap this, I go to 2. And then I don't get to tap anything else. And they can still draw 7 more. But Force would put them into the pit. I think I do need the Crystal Vein. Alright, it doesn't matter. Alright, yeah, I'm beat. The Sorcerer's Spyglass was hard enough. The Cage was absolutely devastating with the double Mystic Forge hand, and then just running out of life total as well. Okay, let's play against something easier. But I'm on the play with a turn 1 Karn. I'm going to keep it. My opponent's username is I would like to respond, so I don't have good faith that they're not a blue deck. Oh wait, no, I don't have a turn 1 Karn. I have a turn 2 Karn. I'm very smart and good at math. I have a turn 2 Karn with extra. Right, they are a blue deck, confirmed. They would in fact like to respond. Alright, so I'll just take my damage like a champ. No daze, no spell pierce. Yep, force pitching, predict. You could say that's predictable. It's gonna keep my velocity moving forward here. Go. Right, so Echo's pretty dope. Merchant Scroll. Oh, I know who this is. This is Marcus Ewald, I think. And he is into High Tide. Getting a second Force of Will is pretty whack. Who do you think you are? Manifold Key. Save me. I need saving here. Desperately. I guess I have to pop this into blue. Hopefully find another blue source. Oh. Oh. Is it time for this? Alright. Maybe I should be a little more careful with my life total. 1, 2, 3. Does that matter? God, this is hard. All right, cubey dooby doo. Oh, this is a 2-drop. I thought it was a 3-drop. It costs 2 to... All right, it costs 3 to activate, 2 to play. That would have changed my math a little bit. All right, do you force this or do you force the payoff? Or do we do this? Bow, 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 bow. All right, for the first time appearing here, double the amount of mana you have, pay 3. All right, 5, 6, 7 mana. All right, you can force this, and I'll play it again next turn. Take another 2 cards out of your hand. Don't mind me. Though they might also just let this resolve. No chance. Force pitching Cunning Wish. Alright, yep. High Tide confirmed. It's a shame I can only cast my commander with that mana. It would be a lot better if I could cast anything. Alright, so now I need a blue source to refire the Echo. And I'm at 8. There's not very much life. Scrolling for another force. So after losing to the Force Days deck, we queue into the deck that can also merchant scroll for Force of Will. No big deal. Come on, blue source. Not a blue source. So is there a smart way to do this? I think I just put this card into play. Alright, 6 life. Predict targeting. Oh yeah, yourself. You just cast Brainstorm. That is how that works. Yeah, milling a Pact of Negation. This is definitely High Tide. The good news is Defense Grid is really good against High Tide. So, is there anything I can do here with doubling cube? If I make 3, untap, make 5, I could double it up to 4. Oh yeah, I'm gonna show him who's boss. All right, up to 5, double it up to 4. Got him. That was great. This pause. Don't even know what hit him. Oh, that's actually really good. Okay, all of that joking aside, that sequence I just made is actually pretty good here. I already have an Echo, but I would need a blue source to make this all happen. But if I get a couple Echoes, like if I even find like one blue source, this doubling cube is going to make it go crazy. Do you have a third Force of Will here? Predict. Targeting themselves. They named Intuition. Did they know that was there? Oh yeah, they just cast Preordain. Sure. A Brainstorm. All right, yeah, they're really looking here. Though at this point, they could just like find a win condition, and they don't even need to fight over the orb. Right, since I have the mana floating, I should untap this. Milled LED, perfect. That was just the card I wanted to draw. Alright, they mill 4 here. Maybe I'll hit all their win cons. Oh, maybe I'll deck them with their own turnabouts. Alright, so I guess I should... Oh no, my key's tapped. There's... I was just saying that. He just said it's pretty clever to metagame versus turnabout. You're right. That's exactly what just happened. Pretty sure we're dead here, though. Time Spiral also triggers the Mesmeric Orb. But they get to shuffle their deck back in when that resolves, so it doesn't even matter. There goes the Time Spiral. Get out of here. Nice. Oh, this shuffle happens first, so not that I think this is important, but it's not nothing. I guess I should just F6. Like, I'm not doing anything here. Oh, I passed the turn. Just gonna have to settle for 7 cards in hand. Helm of Awakening is dangerous against this deck, but I am here for it. Alright, we built this city on Helm of Awakening. How many spells can you counter in one turn? Guess you don't have to counter that many. Bang. 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 So, Jeweled Lotus. Alright, Grim Monolith. Let's make blue. Just turn all this mana blue, I guess. Yep. Sign me up. Blue. Alright, so I'm just gonna float Infinity Zillion mana. I'll take key is free. Oh, we're doing it. Jeweled Lotus, cast. Manifold Key. Untap Grim Monolith. Maybe I should be untapping Doubling Cube, and I'm just not thinking big enough right now. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Blue, blue, blue. Blue. I can do this twice. I go to 2. And then I should turn one of these blue also. So I have more blue, because blue is the best color, and everyone knows it. Alright, then untap this. You know what doubling twice is called? It's called quadrupling, and it's very strong. Alright, so I think I lead on Echo. See what the answer is. No, I'll lead on Forge. And you're gonna need 3 forces here. But I guess maybe I'm supposed to lead on the first Echo, let him force it, see if Mystic Forge resolves, then for the third one, cast the second half of Echo. There's Force pitching Flusterstorm. Oh yeah, Flusterstorm, good one. Echo. Found another Echo. And there's an Echo in my graveyard, because that's how Echo works. Just gonna keep on spinning. These wheels keep on turning. Found another key too, I get to double again. Oh, this is so much fun. This is the best. This is just high quality Magic. This is the best Magic you're gonna play. Alright, untap, Doubling Cube. No one. Yeah, pop the pedal. Pop. I think I want to save LED for now. infinite blue mana. I'm going to cast the one out of my graveyard, because that's the one that they know about. Flusterstorm for 17. I might just pay. Oh, High Tide. Hardcast Force. Or just go off in response. Do Blue Sun Zenith me out? Is that possible? I don't actually know. But this definitely, like, the High Tides do stack, so I'm going to be, like, echoing them into fresh 7s, and these High Tides do stack. Targeting themselves. Okay, so they're going to mill a bunch and then have more mana. And Storm is a million. They could just Brain Freeze me, but that doesn't matter because there's an Echo on the stack. Yeah, Brain Freeze doesn't kill me here. Brainstorming in response to Mesmeric Orbs is smart because you're going to mill 2 cards you don't want. This is a weird game. Oh, found the Force of Will. Lucky. Interesting that they wanted to pitch to it because they have so much mana floating. Alright, round 2. Skadoosh. Said this is sweet in the chat, and I agree completely. Oh, Cunning Wish. Oh no! You can get Mind Break Trap, or like some exile spell for some negation, maybe. It has to exile, though. I don't think they play like a time stop or anything like that. Maybe they have the Sublime Epiphany. I don't even know. Cunning Wish for Grape Shot, Cunning Wish for, or Cunning Wish for 2 Gut Shots. That would get me. Alright, so you can draw a zillion in response. I drafted this card in Strixhaven earlier this week. It was unreal. This is one of the Mystical Archive cards. That was my only win condition in the deck. Or at least my best one. I had some creatures, I guess, but I won basically all of my games with Blue Sun Zenith. Powerful. Just, you know, draw 10. They do need to find 2 counterspells in those 10 cards, though. So that's good news. So they can hardcast counters pretty easily here. Oh my god. Alright, I mean, this milling is starting to become relevant, maybe. You can only turn about so many times. Echo Advance still on the stack. Blue Sun Zenith shuffling into the deck makes the mill you out plan a little awkward. I think I pay 28. I'm gonna pay. This rules. Alright, so I'm gonna sack LED and then pay. Yes. So this Jeweled Lotus made 9 mana this turn, though. So it has come up. It does work. Oh my god. This is misery. I can't even see my spell on the stack anymore because there are so many Flusterstorms on the stack. At some point it'll emerge back on the screen. I think I see it creeping in. It's coming in from the left there. Even if this all just fails, I do still have a sphere and a star to draw cards with and try to reload. And this is an echo from hand, so it's going to go to the graveyard if it gets countered, and if it resolves. I mean, this is definitely the biggest Flusterstorm I've ever paid for. I don't think I've ever paid like more than 3 on a Flusterstorm, so this is easily the world record. And I don't even have infinite mana, I just have a lot. Thanks, Jeweled Lotus. Ugh. Does my spell resolve? Probably not. If they have another Flusterstorm, I'm out of here. Alright, I'm not paying for this one. I could pay the 28. I can't pay the 57. Our clocks are pretty comparable too. Like we've both been doing an equal amount of dirtling. Right. No. I guess I can't always yield because these are all separate objects. Oh, I think Moto stops you before you leave a phase with open mana, so I can F6 here. At least for a little while, at least till this stack chills out. Alright. That was nice. Thanks, Cliffy. I learned that trick from a Ruby Storm video. I mean, we didn't get there because the Flusterstorm triggers, my opponent was clicking through slowly. But I've been told that Magic Online won't pass through phases without a prompt. If you have floating mana, so you can F6 through giant stacks. Alright, 9 cards in hand. You have me. Oh yeah! We're back in there. Let's do it again. And I get to double my cubes again. Untap doubling cube. I don't get to pop my LEDs before then. Or, yes, I think I can, actually. No. This costs 5, it costs 3 to activate this, so no, I don't get to do that. Nice. Another round. He's in 2 high tides over there. Stop it. Get some help. And he might just time out targeting spells with Flusterstorm. Wow. I hope all of you at home are watching this on 2x speed because it is something. This is an exciting game. No, I would not like to pay for that. And then I get to F6. He asked, how much is a Logitech mouse these days? Well, I'm using one, and it's pretty nice. And I do actually have priority passes bound to my mouse, and it's a pretty big deal on Magic Online. All right, Storm is 37. And he can't F6 because he would like to respond. All right, I'm almost out of this card though. Echo, like literally in the deck, I'm almost out of echoes. Around and around we go. Predict. Targeting themselves. Oh, that's why they brainstormed. Makes sense. Another one. This is wild. Absolutely wild magic. Oh, they had another force. All right. Force is down. So sack LED for blue, blue, blue. Sack LED for blue, blue, blue. Draw a card. We're going. I am not ready to stop. Unfortunately, I don't have time to banter in the chat. Because... Get out of here. I think that's all of them. Yep, that's literally all 4. I'm here to party. This is the best game there's ever been. The best individual game of Magic that's ever been played is happening right now in front of your eyes. Intuition for a bunch of counter spells, probably, unless they have ways to kill me. Maybe they just get 3 high tides, let this resolve, and go nuts. I don't know. We'll find out. I turned him from high tide into solidarity by playing all these echoes on my turn. Right, intuition in response to the orb triggers. I guess that makes sense. So you don't want your intuition targets milled by accident. It is awkward though playing a draw 7 game against the deck that is trying to draw 7. I mean, every deck wants to draw 7, but some can do better with it than others, and my opponent's definitely on one that can do better. Nothing super critical is in exile yet. I honestly think that the opponent is likely to time out. I keep going back and forth between opponent, they, them, and he. Like, I know who it is, and I know that he's a he, but it's just so ingrained to use general or gender non-specific pronouns for my opponents on Magic Online. It's hard. You can have Force of Will. I want you to 2-for-1. The cheesy play would have been given him Flusterstorm and just take another minute off the clock. But I don't want to do that. All right, we went around again. There's not really much much farther to go. Like, the deck is almost out of things to do. But I guess all the Karns are still in there, and that's what I'm playing to at this point. Alright, so Monolith, Voltaic Key, untap Cube. I should have used Colorless for that. Not paying attention. It's fine. No! My Karn. I needed that. I don't have very many left. Then... Alright, I'll just start drawing cards. Oh, baby. Forgot about that one. That's still in the deck. That finds Karn. There are some hits. Alright, targeted. Oh my god, it resolved. I think I have to activate this. I'm at 1. Go, go, go. Find a Karn, please. No! That's alright, I can dig. I have to draw past that. There are not many lands left in the deck. I'm gonna lose all that time I picked up. Yeah. Can I shred through my whole deck here? Oh, he said Darn should have played around it in the chat. Did we win? Okay. Yes. I'm gonna get the, oh, do I want Reservoir? I think I do. Hell yeah. Fuck a Mycosynth Lattice. I've got a plan. Pew pew. This is gonna gain me like a zillion. I'm at 44. Oh my god. Alright. Laser Beam. Yes! Oh my god. That was a good time. I'm glad I could share it with a friend. Alright, well, Defense Grid is definitely coming in. Oh, I'm so happy right now. Alright. Little Kid Magic. That was one turn of Magic the Gathering. Alright, so the defense grids come in, and I don't think anything else does. Yeah, whatever. So... Oh, I think I need the Mystic Forge in the main if I'm going to overpower all these counterspells. Yeah, I do think this deck is misbuilt by at least one card in the main deck, because I do think you need all your 4-drops in there. Jeweled Lotus made a zillion mana that game. Literally 1 zillion. I'm not even sure if zillion is a real number, or if that's just a thing that little kids say when they mean big. But I feel good about it in this particular case. Alright, so the Lotus was really good, but I still think it's one of the worst cards in the deck. Alright, gotta overcome counterspells. Sorry, Jeweled Lotus. I think if we're shaving Lotuses, we should shave a cube as well. And one more card's gotta go. All of these cards are so important. Every card is important. Magic is hard. Okay. Here we are. Alright, Defense Grid gives us a very real plan against this deck. Oh my god. Keep. So this hand needs a payoff, but it does have 2 defense grids in it, and I should win most counter wars where that's involved, because Flusterstorm becomes a rel. Okay, so now I can curve defense grid into Mystic Forge. That's a reason to shove. Yeah, you better. Force pitching time spiral. Get that out of here. Alright, so I can play Defense Grid and then also play Mystic Forge, whether they counter it or not. Yes, just predict in response, and then die. Die! I like you, but die. Okay. So, City of Traders. Get in there. Grim Monolith. LED. Opal. Mana. Mystic Forge is in. I don't need another one. Exile that. Bummer. Alright. Well, Mystic Forge resolved, and we have Defense Grid. Though they are untapping into 3 mana, which is enough to combo me, or enough to leave up mana for Force of Will. But this Ponder changes that significantly. Alright, exiled the backup Mystic Forge. I feel okay about that. Drawing this Ancient Tomb. Gonna have mana to party with. Please don't cast Null Rod. Okay, good. I would have freaked out. I don't know if this deck plays Null Rod. It could, probably. I guess it depends on if they play Candelabra or not, and how important Candelabra is to their plan. Both of which are big maybes. Ooh. That's a good one. Let's go. Go, 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 go. Oh, there's Karn. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. 5. Alright, yeah, so... Oh, I should make my land drop before I pop my LED. Blue, blue, blue. Colorless, colorless. There's Karn. Oh, there's the lattice. Alright, yep, we got it. Blue, blue, blue. I could really use a wish right now. I am actually going to get lattice this time. Bang. GG's. This was great. This was a good time. I'm glad everyone came out. That was phenomenal match of Magic. So glad I recorded this video. And on the play for round 3, and this hand doesn't actually do anything. It looks like it does, but it doesn't. Trade any of these cards at random for Grim Monolith and the hand's insane, but as is, doesn't do anything. Okay. I'll keep this and ship Mystic Forge, I guess. Alright. Did it work? It worked. If that worked, Karn should too. I guess I just gave them fresh cards, so that's not necessarily true. Alright. Begin the sideboarding. Alright, I have no idea what I'm playing against. It's presumably not a blue deck, though. So I'm not going to bring in Defense Grid. I think I probably want Ratchet Bomb in the blind in case they are a Chalice deck. Like a deck that just scoops to turn 1 Karn. I should probably... I probably want Ratchet Bomb against that deck. Anything else, I think, would just be, like, guessing. I mean, this is guessing too, but... Alright, yeah, I'm just gonna do that. That's, like, the most generic thing in my sideboard. Alright, I have a turn 1 Mystic Forge. This hand gets absolutely dumpstered by Chalice on 0, but that's what I signed up for. Okay, they are a blue deck. I chose poorly. Guessed wrong. Sometimes that happens. Alright, let's see. Can I do a second stupid thing on turn 1? Oh. You're saying there's a chance. I haven't played around Days. Like a genius. I did not play around Mindbreak Trap. I'm never going to. I'm just going to jam my spells forever. Fun Police. Oh, this is Esper Vial. Okay. That's the only deck that would have Baron in it. Yep, Wasteland's pretty good here. No denying that. Okay. Guess I'm passing the turn. Yeah, I need to find an Echo to reload this hand before I get Meddling Maged out. Okay. This helps me find Echo. And I even have the Voltaic key. I can just like start milling myself for X every turn. And this is a deck that does want to play a slow game, and I don't think they have a way to reset. Just like we drew it up. This is not quite what we drew up. LED. Key. All right, blue, blue, blue. Off we go. They haven't done anything, so I wouldn't be surprised if they have another counterspell. Oh, that's so much worse. Okay. That will get me real good. I love that. Well done, opponent. All right, gotta watch out for Hull Breacher. Good to know. All right, maybe I can deck them before I lose. All right, so Hull Breacher. Defense Grade does play around that. Sky Sovereign plays around that. Well, not plays around, but like can beat it. All right, I don't think I'm winning this game. Let's see if they probably named Karn with this. Let's see how heads up they are. Do they name Ballista? They name Karn. Okay. Oh, they just have several. All right. Hull Breacher. Sometimes you win on turn 1. Sometimes you die to Hull Breacher. Them's the breaks. Okay, so now I know they're a blue deck. The defense grids are coming in. So grids are in. I think Ratchet Bomb goes out. And I just have to use Karn for Sky Sovereign to control Hull Breacher if that comes up. But the Hull Breacher shouldn't be able to arrive as an instant at least. So Ratchet Bomb's out. And then I think we're doing the Lotus Cube thing. Yeah, I've been pretty interested in doing that. Oh, I wanted the other Mystic Forge. Is it too late? It's not too late. Okay. Alright, I do want all my Mystic Forges against the blue decks. Just as many things to ram onto the stack as possible. I'd like to play first. Hell yeah. Oh, they're going to 5. So they're going to go to 5 looking for Force of Will. Take a key. Opal. Diamond. I'm actually going to pass. And, like, if I commit to this Echo right now, Force of Will blows out my whole plan. But I can pass, cast Mystic Forge next turn, and make them have 2 counters. Because if they counter the Forge, then I just Echo. Just make them have 2 things. Force of Negation, pitching Baleful Strix, you got it. Float blue, in case I don't find an artifact. Blue, blue, blue. Echo. Alright, I did find an artifact. None of these make mana, though. That's a pretty big problem for me. Karn's a good one to have next turn, but doesn't help me now. Alright, no fast mana in that hand. They're a turn away from Hull Breacher. I did just draw 7. Uh-oh. Do they have Stony Silence? Lavinia. Okay, yeah, that one's a problem. Can't beat that one. I don't think I play 4 lands. Alright, this hateful deck is gonna get me. Can't cast it, can't cast it. Don't have an answer. Alright. We had our window to pop off there, and the Echo didn't deliver the mana to cast the card. Alright, fast games, no problem. Next round. Alright, I have a hand with a zillion mana, but doesn't actually do anything. I'm gonna mulligan. This hand does everything. I'm gonna keep and send City of Traders to the bottom. I'm pretty likely to resolve at least 1 Echo of Eons this turn. Opponent kept 7. No! Are you kidding? Oh, no! I'm so mad right now. And by mad, I mean disappointed. There's a good chance I will concede before I show them anything in my deck. Wow. On the play with double Echo of Eons, and we're getting blown out by main deck Leyline of the Void. I can still win with a Karn. I can still hardcast one of these Echoes, maybe. Really wish I kept City of Traders in my hand. Gonna try to dig for land drops here. Okay, that plays. That plays pretty well, actually. With the Lotus Petal, if I find any mana source, I get to deploy this Mystic Forge. Gotta hope they don't Chalice for 0. Oh, if they Trinisphere, that's also bad. Lack of Predation. Oh no. They get to take my Mystic Forge. That was my whole plan. I'm not going to concede to that. Like, I do still think there's game to play. Alright, now that they know... Haha, sucker. Alright, well, now that they know what I'm up to, I'm just going to run these out in case they have Discard or Chalice or Trinisphere. I can't really beat a Trinisphere anyway. Is this the Helm? If it's Helm, we're dead. Getting wrecked by 2-card Monty. Okay, I mean, that's also bad. Pretty sure Overwhelming Splendor turns off activated abilities. Alright, I mean, we're playing the game. We were playing the game. Alright. Blue, blue, blue. Blue, blue, blue. Gotta string some mana off of this thing. Alright, Karn. What can I get with this? Nothing yet. There's nothing that kills Curse of Misfortunes that I know of. Yeah, I think I have to just keep trying to combo. I guess I could get the Ratchet Bomb and just try to clink it up. I guess I should look up Overwhelming Splendor real quick. What am I talking about? I am not gonna beat Curse of Misfortunes by ticking Ratchet Bomb up to 5. Yeah, I think I need to just hope to string zeros off the top here. Couldn't get there. Is there an LED in the sideboard? There's not. That's something that could be done. So I am going to plus Karn and just take out their Chrome Mox. They can't activate it anyway, but I do want to plus Karn here. Mill the curse you wanted. Mill Overwhelming Splendor. All right, we did mill a curse. Though I think Splendor still just beats me, unless they want to go for the race of Cruel Reality. Let's try to go off. I am going to mill too, so I'm not actually getting this Voltaic key. That leyline. Ugh. Every time I play a janky combo deck, I get paired against curses. Enchanted player can't activate abilities that aren't mana abilities or loyalty abilities. Okay, mana and loyalty abilities are both the things that could win me the game still. Alright, yeah, I don't care about that. Alright, so I didn't want Voltaic Key anyway. Don't want that either. I don't want Karn either, but I'm going to draw it. So this is a mana ability, and so is this. Just got to try to get up to 6 mana so I can Lattice them, but I don't think that doesn't even beat what they're doing. This doubling cube isn't helpful. Monolith. Don't have the mana to cast that. Really wish there was an LED in the sideboard. But there is not. But alas. Maybe I can deck them. I don't know. Oh, I should have attacked for 4. Whoops. Alright, I'm gonna get something into my hand here. I guess it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter at all. I should have attacked for 4. That's the play. Now I'm just making a comedy of errors here, because I should have plus Karn before combat. I don't want to wish for... Oh! LED is in exile because of Leyline. Get wrecked, nerd. Wish I thought of that last turn. Alright, blue, blue, blue. There's more game to play after all. Wow, I might have won this game if I thought of that. I might still win this game. Alright, blue, 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 colorless, colorless, colorless. Recarn. I want the new one. Wish for LED again. Yeah. We're doing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think casting this is as good as doing anything else. Do I have 2 mana? Alright, nothing to do with that 2 mana. Mill the curse. Mill the curse. Oh, they have Karns of their own. I think if I thought of minusing for creature or planeswalker. Oh, I have to sack the planeswalker? Boo. Yeah, I think if I thought of minusing for LED on the previous turn, I would have won this game. Sacrifice a creature or planeswalker. I can't just take 5. Alright, fine. Alright, there's what, 1 Karn left in my deck? So my revealed cards, I don't need that. Are all my cards gone? 1, 2, 3. There is 1 left. The cube. That doesn't help me here. Big blue. Oh, because it didn't go to the graveyard. Shit. Alright. I'll concede. I think I figured out how all the cards in our decks work at this point. That's why you test. Then you learn those tricks. Wait, what's happening? Why is it replaying the whole game right now? Magic Online went insane. Uh-oh. I'm gonna let this happen. Like, I don't know what else to do. But I'm glad it's on video. You all saw it happen. Alright, here's where the game is. Here's where I'm trying to concede. I don't know what's happening right now. We have this for information. Well, submit this one for the bug report. At least this league is free. Okay, Lotus Petal's in exile, and a new game just started. And all my same cards are revealed. Well, I didn't think we could have more fun than round number 2, but here's this. Alright, I'm gonna mulligan, I guess? Did the game just restart? I don't know what's happening. Mulligan? Keep? Get rid of key and opal? Did it just start a new game, or like why am I in my cleanup step? All right, I think Magic Online is just completely broken. Now it's turn 3. Okay. I'm gonna concede the match and restart Moto, and then hopefully we get to play round 5. But I'm on the play for the final round. Let's hope Magic Online keeps it together. Playing against Daniel Nunez, or Nunes? I don't know how to pronounce it. I've only read it, but that is a person I've heard of. This hand doesn't do anything, turn 1. It makes a bunch of mana, but then I can't cast anything, so ship it. This hand has a turn 2 Karn. Is that good enough to keep? I think so. I have the cube. Alright, what do I send to the bottom here? Opal turns on Karn. But Lotus doesn't do anything without cube. Cube does something without Lotus. So that's probably the keep. But yeah, I think if I could bottom Opal, cast cube this turn, and then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, double it up to 8 mana next turn. If I ship the Opal. No, I ship this star. Okay, I figured it out. Bottom star, keep this, cast doubling cube, hope that they don't have Force of Will or Wasteland in their deck. But if they do force this, that's probably good, because that clears the way for Karn. In case they are a Chalice deck, I'm going to run this out. Bang. There's the twist. Mindbreak trap me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, can't even activate it. Don't have 3 real mana. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Go up to 6. 3 of it's on. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Okay, a tribal deck. Oh, slivers. Oh yeah, this is what Daniel's known for. It's slivers. It's all coming together. So this is a Force of Will deck, but they only play 4 of them. So let's see where we can go with this. So 1, 2. Crystal Vein. I think I'm just going to commit. Blue. Bang, bang. Blue, blue, blue. Double. Karn. 4. So Karn's in. I would like to get Ensnaring Bridge, probably. Let's look at the sideboard. I wish there was an LED in the sideboard, but that does make the main deck Mystic Forges a lot worse. So this would be a good time for the flagship. Yeah, I think I'm just going to get Ensnaring Bridge. And hope for the best. Where are you, Ensnaring Bridge? There you are. Alright. Couldn't discard my hand. Too bad. They did recently fix the bugged Harmonic Sliver, so that could be a problem for me here. Alright, so the Flying Sliver can attack. And LED's my best draw, probably. I'll take a Jeweled Lotus, though. I can put this into play. Can't double anything. I can put this into a 3/3 creature. I don't think I want to wish for anything. Yeah, anything I would wish for isn't that good. So yeah, I'm just gonna turn on the Ensnaring Bridge and hope I don't die to Dismember. So none of their Sliver Lords are something they want to play now, because then they won't be able to attack. Yeah, there's a number of spots where LED in the sideboard would have been insane. So I could have wished for Ratchet Bomb on the previous turn when I got the bridge. But, I mean, the bridge is doing a lot of work here. Uh-oh, do they have Harmonic Sliver? No, they would have done it pre-combat. Alright, I don't plan on targeting any of their creatures. Alright, so now can I get this Echo on the stack? 1, 2... 1, 2, 3. Activate double. No, still no. View sideboard. Still nothing I want to get out of here. 1, 2, 3, yeah. Turns out the mana only used for your commander is a pretty serious hindrance. Cloud Shredder Sliver would be pretty good, because then that meaningfully pressures Karn, like another flyer. Alright, yeah, they're just digging. And we keep playing this nickel and dime game. Someday I'll get my hand empty and be able to take over. Star. Pretty sure I don't want to pop it. In fact, I'm like completely sure I don't want to pop it. Linear deck versus linear deck. I didn't find my linear payoff. They are bricked behind the bridge. Oh, there's the Shredder. Alright, so now Karn is under real pressure. I hate when I say the card out loud that they need, and then they draw it. I should stop talking about what they need. Curse my format knowledge. Okay, that's probably really good. So, Grim Monolith. So I can I get this Echo of Eons on the stack? Oh, do they have Force of Will for my Monolith? That would be pretty strong. That would be a pretty clever thing to force if they do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're thinking about something. Yep, they figured it out. Okay, so I'm gonna lose Karn this turn anyway, but that's not a good reason to just play bad. Yeah, like Ensnaring Bridge is still in play. I don't need Karn for that to be true. And like Karn wasn't winning this game, he was just keeping me from not losing the game for a little while. So I'm gonna lose Karn here and just try to find some more mana to get this Echo on the stack. All right, 1, 2, 3. All right, time to do math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. I pay 3 of it, double it up to 10. Yeah, that should do it. All right, use that. Blue, blue, blue. Blue. Colorless, colorless. Double. 7. All right, if I do this, I really need to empty my hand again. Because like drawing 7 when you're hiding behind Ensnaring Bridge isn't really where you want to be. But, okay, LED does a really good job emptying my hand. So, Lotus. LED. Oh, I can spin again. It's even better than that. All right. So, what do I want to do here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage, but they could deploy a bunch of lords, but I still have the Ensnaring Bridge, so they can't deploy that many lords. I guess I should just go for another spin. Try to keep it going. Make blue, blue, blue. Or should I pop this first? Yeah, I think I should pop this first. Alright. I'm not sure if that actually mattered. It was just another look at a 0 before I echo. Alrighty. These wheels keep on turning. Keep this one. Voltaic key. Right, I have room to get that in. And then I think I want another key in play. Second key. And if they counter this Echo, then I'm hellbent with Ensnaring Bridge still in play. Okay, this got a lot worse. I have nothing to double. Uh-oh, I might have fucked it up. That's fine. So pop this for a star. Yeah, I think I just passed the turn from here. And if I survive this turn, I will be able to do another double. Is that true? I'll be able to cast Mystic Forge at least. Then we'll see where that goes. See how many lords they can get into play. 1, 2, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Oh, these all have haste because of Cloud Thresher. Okay, yeah. All right. Spun a few too many times there. I guess there was probably a point where I'm supposed to stop with like 2 or 3 cards in hand and then try to untap and echo with a fresh 7 or with all my mana available. Probably a better way to play that game. Alright, so I want Ratchet Bomb. I don't think I want Defense Grid. I mean, they are a Force of Will deck, but I think I can overpower it. Maybe I do want Grid. Do I actually care about Ratchet Bomb? No, I don't think so. I think I need to go over the top of them, not play their game. So this, and a star, is that what I've been doing most of the time? Sort of the sampler package of sideboarding things out. Yeah, I want all the forges. That's definitely something I'm going to change in the final deck list when I post it. That will be different. And yeah, maybe the second Lotus should go. Okay, let's go. Gotta overpower some Force of Wills. This is a turn 1 Karn with backup Echo. Is it a turn 1 Karn? No, it's a little short. 1, 2. Yeah, this isn't a 0, so I can't get it into play. So 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is a turn 1 Echo, but it's not a turn 1 Karn. It is a turn 2 Karn. Alright, I'm going to keep this. It's a turn 2 Karn with the backup Echo. I don't think that's the worst in the world. Plays around Mindbreak Trap a little bit, I guess. Kinda. Alright, and I'm just gonna pass here, I think. Yeah, I think I have to pass there. That's the safest thing. I get wrecked by Wasteland, but I guess I can still Echo if they Wasteland. Alright, I'll first strike Sliver. Alrighty. That was not bad. 1, 2, 3. Opal. Keep this one. Karn. If they force, I can Echo with a lot of mana left over. Force pitching, Gale Rider Sliver. Alright, let's see where this goes. Please don't have 2 forces. Oh no. Alright. Force of Negation is still good. Alright, is it better to pop this now with mana floating? No, I don't think that matters. Because that's my chance to turn on Opal next turn. But it's likely to replace itself with an artifact, so I'll just keep it going. Wrecked. Alright, the double force hand. I played to beat 1 force. Plated Sliver, sure. If all they can muster is some 1/2s, then I might be able to rebuild this. Like if I just find Ancient Tomb off the top. I think I want to just pass the turn here. This Mox Opal. Like, if I crack Star, then Lotus. If I draw Lotus Petal, I can play Karn, but not if I crack Star. Also, if I turn Star into a creature and block, and like chump block, I get to, uh-oh. There's the Harmonic Sliver. The bug is solved. Alright, that does replace itself, though. Time to draw LED. They are Hellbent. But any Sliver messes me up, and their deck has a few of them in it. Alright. Dying to Harmonic Sliver is perfect. Good thing this league is free from the Moto bug. Pass the turn. No, don't do stuff. Shit. Yeah, they should destroy Voltaic Key. It's definitely the right one. Yeah, finding a lord there, no less, just double the clock. There's my Lotus Petal that I did not get a chance to deploy. That's the draw that would have turned on Karn last turn. Alright, maybe they won't draw a Sliver this turn, and I'll draw an artifact. And I can cast Karn, which at this point doesn't even do anything. Because I don't have the 3 mana to get. I need to draw LED. Alright, what does that do? I can wish for Jeweled Lotus, but that doesn't do anything. So 1, 2, 3, 4, Karn. Yeah, if there was an LED in the sideboard, I think that's got to just be the correct way to build this deck. Like, forget about the alright, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna switch the 4th Mystic Forge in the sideboard for the 4th LED in the sideboard, and I think that's a better way to build the deck. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can't even cast the front half of this, and even if I could, it's no good. Alright. GG's, got slivered. Okay, so this list needs a little bit of work. The deck was absolutely delightful. Didn't do a lot of winning. Didn't get to play all our games though, but this is an easy change. Mystic Forge into the main, Lion's Eye Diamond into the board. And maybe you do need to play some number of Chain of Vapor in the board. Like, I can't imagine wishing for doubling cube. Like, that's a pretty long shot line. So let's get some chains. Probably at least 2. 2 chains. I've heard that that's the right number. And some other cards gotta go. Do you need Ballista if you have Aetherflux Reservoir and vice versa? I mean, Ballista isn't guaranteed to win. Like, it is hard to get that much mana. Crypt is good when you want it, obviously. Like, it's basically like exactly Dredge where you would want Crypt. You can also Crypt yourself and wish for something that you just exiled, which I think we would have won that one game if I had thought of that against Curses. Oh, Ratchet Bomb and Snaring Bridge, those are all important. I think Sky Sovereign probably sucks compared to Chain of Vapor. Like, Walking Ballista is doing what Sky Sovereign is trying to do, but more efficiently and with an alternate win con built in. So this is where I'm gonna leave the deck for the league. This was a lot of fun. It basically, it feels like Belcher kind of, where like there's a bit more play to it than Belcher with the Karn lines and the Mystic Forge, but the like keeping LED Echo is very Belchery. But that was a sweet deck. It's cool that someone figured out how to use Jeweled Lotus at all. So thanks for watching. Nabil, thanks for submitting the donation league. Franklin, thanks for the list. Everyone, thanks for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.